It's sweet, it's spicy, and it pairs with everything. We dive spoon first into the tangy tale of mango chutney and uncover the connection between the king of fruits and the Empress of India. There are over 1,000 different types of mangoes in India. Last time that we went to India was actually during the mango season, so we get the chance to experience the diversity for ourselves. Honey, Kesar and Alfonso mangoes are now readily available here in Germany. Depending on the city or the country where you live, you might want to take a look at your regional Indian or Asian market. You might be surprised what you find. These varieties of mango are really intensely sweet, perfect as a snack or for mango lassi, but for the mango chutney we actually prefer a larger and firmer mango because it doesn't get as mushy during the long cooking process and you end up with these little chunks of fruit that we really like. First, cut your mango into 3 pieces along the pit. Then remove the skin from the pit. Scoop out the other halves with a spoon and cut everything into small cubes. Put a small amount to the side to be used later. No worries if your mango is a little bit firmer than expected. After cooking it will have the perfect consistency and just the right amount of acidity for our chutney. We love to pair mango with ginger, they really go well together. Take your time and chop the ginger very fine. And that's already all the prep work that you need to do, ganz einfach. There's a common misconception that chutney needs to be sweet. In fact, it does not necessarily need to contain any sugar, acid or oil. Actually, there's a really tasty chutney that consists out of raw, unripe mango and garlic. Let me know if that sounds good to you and we can make that as well on the channel. However, here in Europe, chutney is mostly associated with a type of sweet and spicy jam. One reason for that might be that this type of chutney obviously has a longer shelf life and easier survive the long sea voyage from India to Europe, so it might very well be that the mango first reached Europe in the 17th century in the form of chutney. Preparing the mango chutney is super simple. First, saute the spices and ginger briefly until it no longer smells raw. Then add the first part of the mango, turmeric, salt and sugar. Then let everything cook for around about 10 minutes with the lid on. Your mangoes will lose water and turn nice and soft. Genauso wollen wir's haben. There's a story that one person who suffered greatly from not being able to eat fresh mango was Queen Victoria. Although she bore the title of Empress of India, she had actually never been to the country and could only imagine what it was like based on images and stories told by her advisor Abdul. Since she was a queen, she was naturally very interested in the king of fruits, the mango, but since the fruits always went bad on the long sea voyages, she had to make do with chutney, or at least that's what the legend claims. The cooked mangoes are now nice and tender. We mash them lightly to turn them into the base of the chutney. Now add the remaining mango pieces and lime juice and leave the chutney to simmer gently for another 10 minutes. The water from the fresh mango pieces evaporates and gives us the typical chutney consistency. If you have found a very firm mango, leave it to simmer for another 5 minutes. You can then fill your fresh mango chutney straight away into a jar while it's still hot. I know that the hot chutney still looks very runny, but trust me, it will thicken once it cools down. It will keep well for at least a month, but I bet that you will finish it much earlier. Mango chutney is incredibly versatile. You can eat it as a side dish with a thali or as a sauce with a wrap or a sandwich. My personal favorite, try it with a cheese platter, it's absolutely amazing. Have fun experimenting and remember, always bay leaf in good food.